Hello and welcome to the Weekly Wrap installment number 2 of 2022. Matthew 7, 1-5 says, "Do not judge or you too will be judged. For in the same way as you judge others, you will be judged, and the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, 'Let me take the speck out of your eye,' when all the time there is a plank in your own eye? You hypocrite! First take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye." So what a verse, what a challenge. It all sounds really good, but I know that and I'm sure you guys have all experienced that temptation, very human temptation to judge others, to come to conclusions about others. And we get ourselves into a bit of a spot of bother once we put ourselves in that position. Jesus is pretty clear on this. He wants us to listen to him first. He wants us to read his word. He wants us to listen to him closely, and he wants us to know the truth. I think maybe the idea of wanting to help out others and remove the speck from their eye is not necessarily bad in itself. It's just that when we come to it with our own stuff that we're not really prepared to deal with, and maybe are distracted by trying to remove a speck out of someone else's eye. So I think there's a great challenge in this. I think that it's important to uphold the truth. But I know that Jesus wants us to build good, positive relationships, and we're all about that at ACC, and we are hoping that our students are modelling that to each other and taking it home to parents, and I know that you parents are trying to model that as well. Now remember, let's not be too judging. We all fall short of where God wants us to be, but it certainly, as I said, is a great challenge. All right, AV team for this year. I'd like to introduce Samuel Mint, who was on the team last year, but joining him this year is Levi. Here they are here. Notice that they're making an interesting sign with their hands. They're not being rude. That is just an AV, an A with one set of fingers and a V with the other, standing for AV team. So welcome aboard, guys. Looking forward to your videos today and for the rest of the year. A couple of things that are happening around the place. The junior primaries, Miss S has been a bit sick, so if we can pray for her, hopefully she'll be back on Monday, but if we can uplift her in prayer. The upside of that is we got to see Mrs. Green this week, and I know our kinder guys in particular who had her last year were very excited to see her. The upper primaries, and I don't want to spoil too much, have been looking at volcanoes and lava and a whole bunch of stuff and doing some experiments, so we're looking forward to hearing about that in the weekly wrap that's coming up next, and they're going to share with us. And they've also been very busy cooking sausages and selling them, and they were delicious. Had 4 of those. I know I shouldn't have had 4, but they were very good, and I enjoyed eating those. And they raised a bit of money for our basketball court. And now we're hoping that our basketball court happens this year, but there are a few things we have to sort out. Probably need a little bit of fundraising, but more importantly, we need a bit of organisation, and we need some people. We need to find some people that can do the work and put in a court. So our high school team are sort of taking that on board, and we'll be working with them to try and get that happening. So perhaps we can pray for that as well. Middle primary people are doing some interesting stuff with narrative writing. Went in there and they were talking about linking sentences, a great skill to have. So looking forward to seeing and hearing some of their writing. Right, junior high, their focus today. I would like to start with a little clip on Chinese. They've just started Chinese, and they're working out how to greet each other. So have a look at this.
你好，我叫 Michaela. 你好，我叫 Ruby.
Excellent. So we've got some Chinese greetings happening. We have been, I'm very proud of my music students. They're all working away, learning a little bit of keyboard at the moment. I have a little bit of a photo here of them with their headphones on, all working at their own pace and learning a bit of music. So we've had a good start in music this year. Also, in science, they've been working on doing some science investigations, and they've designed these investigations. I want to hear from a couple of junior high school guys who let's look at what their investigation entails.
The first bit of the process is waiting for these seeds to germinate, which basically means waiting for them to sprout a little bit so that we can plant them. I don't exactly know what that is, but we've already planted some that haven't sprouted yet, so we've got some on this side and we've marked it so that we know when we have a check. This one in the water, as you can see, there's a couple in there, I think you can see them. These ones haven't sprouted yet. We're gonna put the ones that have sprouted on this side in here. This is just normal soil. And then in the water, just to see the difference. And we're gonna leave them here so that they have sunlight, but not too much sunlight. And we're going to water the ones that need watering.
Well, Mr. Roberts also dropped by for science, and he spent a bit of time with our students preparing for the upcoming Science and Engineering Challenge. And as you can see, they built a few towers, had lots of fun, and are now well prepared. Thank you. Look forward to seeing how those science experiments turn out. Now, coming up for the rest of the term, the first thing is Monday the 14th is a holiday for Labor Day, so don't come, enjoy the long weekend, and we're looking forward to seeing all our students back on the Tuesday the 15th. On Wednesday and Thursday evenings, the 16th and the 17th, we have parent-teacher interviews. Now, we are planning to do those face-to-face, so please, many people have had those forms sent out to you, and if you haven't got one there, they should be coming. If they're not here by next week, maybe you need to ring up and say, oh, when is my time? There are some options if you would like to do an online meeting, or you'd like to do a phone interview, then please just email the college and we'll arrange for your time to be done either online or by phone. So that is the Wednesday the 16th and 17th. Right, flying through a bit quickly now because these are a little bit further off. Tuesday the 29th of March is the Science and Engineering Challenge. We should know about that. The last 2 weeks of term, starting on Monday the 4th of April, is our swimming and water safety program that runs through to the 13th of April. Probably the only thing that you need to, we'll do a special Easter wrap too for the 14th of April. That is the Thursday before Good Friday. So looking forward to that special presentation. And finally, you need to know that the next wrap that's coming, I think I mentioned this, is the upper primary. We're going to focus in on them next time. So that's in a fortnight. Looking forward to seeing you then. But for now, that's a wrap.